Charlie, stop. Oh, we are live. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is... Get up. Jeez, you're so chubby. This is the Resident Chicken Zero podcast. Yeah, this is my co-host, Charles. Yeah, you get hype. Get hype. Get hype. Let's make sure this is working. So I don't have like a switch box or anything. Excuse me, okay? Okay. Yeah, go do what you're doing. I don't have a switch box for properly streaming, which is cool, you know. Very controversial toy to hold up on our very first episode of the stream, dude. You're just gonna go there with it. You're just gonna go there with it, aren't you? All right, let's. I love doing that so much. Okay, so it's working. We're gonna stream as long as possible. Dude, shush. So this podcast is basically going to be primarily me playing Resident Evil video games and chatting with y'all. Charlie's gonna be hanging out with me, and should be fun. I don't know. I've never done this before, so if you want to chat, I don't know how much I'm gonna be paying attention because I'm gonna be facing this way, but we'll get everything going here. So get off me, boy. We're gonna play the first Resident Evil. I have 12 Resident Evil games I could play through if we decide to pursue this for very long. But I figured I'd start with 1, 2, and 3, the originals. This is the only way I can play 1, 2, and 3 is by doing the stream this way. The rest of them I have on the PS4, so the stream format will kind of switch up. But I kind of like this. I mean, it's not the best visually, but we're gonna move the camera up to the TV and everything. So, anyways, we're using for the first Resident Evil. My original PlayStation's really old. I was gonna get the PS2. I have the PS2 down here. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. But I figured I'd use this PlayStation Classic. It's got the original controller and everything, and that's how I would play Resident Evil 1 at this time. I also have the... Are you a zombie? Be a zombie. He's a little zombie. I also have the original Resident Evil on the Nintendo DS, which I played a lot. And my favorite Resident Evil is... You're so cute. Is Resident Evil 2. So I'm really looking forward to playing that for all of you guys. And then if you're on this YouTube, I've played through Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, the remakes, which was a lot of fun. But let's get this all hooked up. Charlie, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, buddy? Tell them all about Charles. What's your favorite video game, Charlie? Charlie, what's your favorite video game? What?
Cow.
You like cars?
Yeah.
You do like cars a lot.
Cow.
So we're gonna get this hooked up really quick. Charlie, can you get your stuff off there, please?
Okay.
No. Get your stuff off here, please.
Huh?
Take your toys.
Huh?
Take your toys.
Okay.
Nope, I meant like go put them away, not on my floor or I'm gonna step on them. Bruh. Yeah. The cool thing about this TV is my friend Dad came to visit and he just bought me a TV. He's a good friend. Just out of the kindness of his heart. I'm not really sure what's what here. I think that's the Roku. So we'll unplug the Roku. What just happened? Are you cool, bro?
Yeah.
You cool?
It's it.
Yeah, entertain them for a moment while I do this. I think we're gonna plug this in where the Nintendo Switch is for right now. You know, excuse me, Charlie. I've always preached about not rolling up your controllers, and here I am with the rolled up controller. Unbelievable, Charlie. Okay. Charlie. We gotta get the game here. So that should work, right? Yeah. That's not too terrible, is it? Let's see. Shush, shush. Listen to this beautiful sound. Listen. Oh, man, I love that. All right. We'll get the whole thing in there. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to last in this hot-ass house. You guys are going to have to deal with some background noise there. Sorry. It's too hot in here. And let's get the game queued up. Okay, and then we're going to turn off that light. Does that help? The glare? See, the colors will. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. So I'm going to try and go an hour or so with each episode. Check out this intro, man. Look at this. See that? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go do a sound test really quick. That might be a little too loud. Jeez. We'll do it on 65. Yeah, dude, we're streaming right now. It might be backwards on the stream though, which is kind of dumb. Ah, well. You get what you pay for, everyone. The opening to the original Resident Evil is like one of my all-time favorite things, guys. So, Charlie, should we be Chris Redfield?
Yeah.
Or Jill Valentine? Look how pretty she is.
Mom.
Mom?
Yeah.
You want to be Jill?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we should play as Chris on the first playthrough. Yeah, we'll do Jill. Jill's a little bit better because you can carry more. Stop with the chair. Hey, don't mess with the chair right now. Go. Thank you. We gotta turn off this light. So this is one of my all-time favorite intros to a video game ever. You'll see why here momentarily.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of
All right, that looks good.
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Is that mom again? Is that dad? Is that dad? Look at this like low budget '90s live action intro to a video game. So it reminds me of the 3DO. The Panasonic 3DO had a lot of live action stuff. It was so good, man. The dog. Uh-oh. No! 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 Stop. Sounds like a fucking pterodactyl.
Jill, run for that house!
Scared.
Yep.
This is the best part.
Chris Redfield.
I want to do a live action movie with this kind of intro to it.
Jill Valentine.
It's so rad.
Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
If we ever get around to playing the remake of this, we'll play as Chris through that.
What is this? Wow, what a mansion!
Wow, what great voice acting.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it? Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert! Stay alert.
A dining room.
Oh man, I haven't played this in a long time.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Does it have... I don't remember if I need to set up auto aim. I think it automatically does it this one. I wasn't gonna bother with the original 3, but they're such good games that I kind of. These first 3 games are why I like this series. So it's. I guess we'll just make do with my shitty streaming abilities. Nope. Did you see that zombie? Is it scary? Oh no, Charlie.
Barry?
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this.
Yeah, Barry, get him. Barry took care of it, buddy. No, I'm playing right now. It's okay.
What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Isn't there a new crib right here? There's a good chance I'm going to get this mixed up with the remake, because I played the remake of the original Resident Evil a lot more as an adult. I played this a lot when I was a kid.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
What?
Dad?
What? Are you saying I'm Barry now? That's Mom? And that's Dad? I'd rather be Barry than
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about?
probably look more like
Can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
You guys get
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And, Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Jeez Louise.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time, I'll be there.
So, as we dive into this, even the menu, man, this is just, Capcom in the mid-90s was so perfect. Street Fighter 2, Resident Evil, just stuff like that I really enjoyed when I was, when I was younger. I played Resident Evil 2 first when I was 11 years old, and then I later played this, but the director was Shinji Mikami, and he was a director on. Oh, this is the only one he was a director on. He was a producer on 2 and 3, but he was also the director of Dino Crisis, and he had a hand in Code Veronica. And then he was an executive producer for Devil May Cry. Then the last one Shinji did was Resident Evil 4. And one of my favorite things about him was he later did The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2. He was more of a he wasn't a director on The Evil Within 2. Dude, who was it? Was it James Gunn or Trent Haga that had something to do with Evil Within 2? Trent Haga was one of the writers on Evil Within 2. Evil Within is a very fun series. Kind of a throwback. But arguably the best game in the series is Resident Evil 4. It was kind of a return to form. Alright. Let's go fight our first zombie. So this is one of the original survival horror games. There was a phone. It can't be loud, okay? It was Alone in the Dark, I think, came out around the same time. Then you had stuff like, the Clock Tower was on the Super NES, I believe. Capcom's spiritual, like this was like kind of the continuation of a Nintendo Entertainment Center game called Home Sweet Home or something like that, and that was more of an RPG, but it had very similar elements to Resident Evil. It's kind of what Resident Evil followed. Why did you do that so angrily? And the reason I got to play this when I was so young and when it first came out was my uncle Scott worked for Capcom, which is really cool. So we had access to. He gave me a copy of Street Fighter 2 on the 3DO, and my dad and both his brothers worked at EA Sports. Was how I got my PlayStation. That was like one of the last things he got when he stopped working there back in '97. I think he worked for EA Sports for like 5 or 6 years. Which I was pretty cool. When I was a kid. Okay, we're gonna delve in now. When I played 2 and 3, I played them at my Uncle Mark's house, and my Aunt Nancy was the one who kind of like directed me on what to do. Which was always pretty cool. And I thought there was ammo in here. Ah! Oh God! Son of a bitch! Ah! Okay, there's now you get the title Resident Chicken. Oh! I saw him move a little bit when I walked past him. I should have known that was gonna fucking happen. Damn it! Son of a bitch. You sound like such a girl now. I've lost all respect for my viewers. I scared my son. When he's on his phone, he's good. How bad did that hurt? Oh, we're already yellow lined, man. I don't know if we're gonna make it. So this is like the first big survival horror game. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite survival. I like Dino Crisis. I really like Dino Crisis. I like it's Dino, if you don't know what Dino Crisis is, it's Resident Evil with dinosaurs, which is really fucking cool to me. Yeah, why not? Do I even have a save file on this? I got this PlayStation Classic. I was gonna mod it because there's a lot of PS1 games I'd like to get back to playing, like I always wanted to play Vampire Hunter D. There's a fun Vampire Hunter D game on the PS1, but just like I don't know, it's not hard to mod these things. I just haven't done it. I mean, it has. I mean, if you aren't into that kind of thing and you just want to play some old PS1 games, this thing has like it has Tekken. Yeah, let's kill this song. It has Tekken. It has like one of the Grand Theft Autos. Oops. Main reason I wanted it was I don't have a copy of Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear Solid. So I played that quite a bit on here. And then Street Fighter Turbo Puzzle, Street Fighter Puzzle or whatever, which is so much fun. Classic. That's Final Fantasy VII on here. Yeah, it's pretty fun, dude. Now that I've used all my ammo. I think when you play as Jill, there's a crap load of ammo down here. If I can make it to the save room safely. I think we should do some zombie dodging if we're going to be smart about this situation here. So this is just telling us how to mix herbs. There's herb. You use herb to heal, which any hippie would appreciate. Come on, ammo. Man, stuff is scarce in this game. Nothing common. I need some bullets, son. Okay, so I'm gonna come out this room. There's gonna be a zombie to the right, I believe. So we're gonna run down this if we can without getting eaten. Hopefully. There's another one there. So, fuck you. They can't go down the stairs. There's one right down here, I believe. So a good portion of this game, you kind of want to decide when to kill stuff. Because if you run out of ammo, you're kind of in trouble. And in the old Resident Evils, you know you're good when you start bleeding. So some of you would be tempted to use a green herb, but you want to be sparing on what you use. That's why it's called survival horror. Oh, I was wrong. Is it on the other side of the mansion? Maybe it's just Chris that gets all the good stuff. Or I might be thinking of the remake again. I thought there was a save room where Wesker hooks you up with some shit. That works for me, though. Actually, we don't want to. We don't need to save right now. And a nifty little trick in Resident Evil is to do that. You can pause when you run out, so you're not wasting time reloading. I do believe Resident Evil 4 got rid of that little trick, though. Why did I do that? I want to get rid of this. Okay, there we go. Is there an ink ribbon in here? There's probably an ink ribbon in here. Nope. Man, I'm so bummed out. I thought that for sure I'd have been able to get the ammunition. I guess I got a couple clips. So now I can only go through this door handle once or twice. Oh. Fuck me. So we gotta go back up here with these assholes. Should we kill everyone? I thought there was one in here. Okay, we're good. I'm so scared, Charlie. Charlie, hold me. Smells like a dead skunk in here. In my swamp cooler. Speaking of skunk, another green there, baby. So we need a lighter to do that. Well, I'm just confused on where I'm supposed to go right now. I guess we could take that stuff window and maybe Jill's supposed to go on the other side. I don't know. We gotta backtrack. So with these fixed camera angles, you want to use them because you have an auto aim. So now I know that zombies within shooting. And in the old ones, the closer the zombie gets, it'll speed up. Just as it, they'll get faster as they get closer to you. What do we do? I guess we try this puzzle. Well, fuck. Guess maybe that wasn't the right way to go.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Yeah.
Whoa, this hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay,
I feel like it's a lie
let's
that
separate again.
would be
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Wow. Not helpful at this time, Barry. It's like a stupid dog. I'm gonna work my game again, okay? Thanks. Just gives me ammunition to a gun I don't have. I might not want to do this just yet, but I'm gonna because it's just odd. Oh man, I got 23 rounds. I can kill this motherfucker. Pretty sure I have to kill him still, right? Ah, I get it. Wait. Did I not equip that? Yeah, I did. Come at me, bro. Is he not gonna... Do I not have to kill him as Jill? It's not. Well, that was anticlimactic. See what happens when you let me play as a girl, Charlie? Especially in the 90s? It's not the same as, like, The Last of Us 2. Or all the women are powerful. Man, The Last of Us 2. I can't believe I hate that game's getting. You know what? I bet you the people who made that are patting themselves on the back though, because they did something amazing. Oh no! Let the other people come on this way, idiot. Come on, baby. What? Oh my god, he's still alive. Woo, that was close. Let's get ready to sprint down that balcony. I guess we'll get the jewel later when we have more ammunition. Sick. We're gonna play Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 and 3 on the. Oh, I love that. On the PS3, we're gonna play because I have the PS1 versions of those on there. I have two, like the original way I played at home. I got Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64. The PlayStation 1 I had didn't always work very well because it's Japanese, so I would have to put a disc in there that would make it read English properly, and it was a pain in the butt. So I got Resident Evil 2 on the N64, and then I played Resident Evil 3 at my uncle's house, and then I think I ended up borrowing that from my uncle and playing it on the PS1 that I had. But then I got that on the GameCube later on, and then I got Resident Evil 4. I got a GameCube purely for Resident Evil. Man, I'm already running low on ammo. Time is it? This was kind of just a test. I don't know. This is an ideal way to stream a game. It's pretty, pointing the camera at the TV. I don't know if people do that anymore. Wow. Should I hold on to those acid rounds, you think? Yeah. So we'll be able to get some serious there's another zombie. Man, I thought this bitch was the master of unlocking. She doesn't unlock shit. Jeez, okay. So there's a zombie down here. No? Woo. Skirt. Man, look at those graphics. What? Yeah. Alright, okay, so go back to that first point. Momentarily. I wanted to go get that jewel though before we. Do I have any room left? Let's check it out. Tight. I don't need the broken shotgun, I don't think. I think Barry comes and saves you. Grab it anyway. Some shells, cool. Yeah, we'll grab it and see what happens. I don't think I need it. Though. We're gonna go get the shotgun. So usually when I play the original Resident Evil, I try to save my shotgun and my bazooka for later. It was probably really stupid of me to use my bazooka like I've been using it, but whatever. I'll pay for it later. I don't remember those acid. I think those acid rounds go in there, right? That's kind of what I wanted to see, and I'm sure I'll come across one. Or I won't. save it just yet. Let's get back to the other side. Are we still live? Oh yeah, we still there. We still there. Resident Chicken was the name of mine and David Johnson's video game review blog back in the day. Pretty sure someone busts through there. So let's find out if this bazooka is going to do what we want it to do. Though I already said I should probably save those bazooka rounds. That's pretty good. Nope, it is cool. Ew. Alright. My girlfriend wasn't coming over tonight. I would consider trying to beat this in one sitting because it's not that long of a game. But we can draw it out for a little bit. What am I doing? So yeah, I want to play this. I'm going to play 2 and 3. And then we'll get over onto the PS4, which I can directly stream from the PS4 with audio. It'll be a bit better of a stream then. And I think I'll play Code Veronica after 3. And then we'll go from there. I guess I'd do Code Veronica, and then I would probably just do them all in chronological order. Do the remake, do Zero, which is a great game. I love Resident Evil Zero. Ah! I gotta go get the 0, and then what? 4, 5, 6. Revelations 1, Revelations 2. And then 7. Done. I did the 2 and 3 remakes already. Find those streams. Listen, probably do a lot of the same shit I just said on this first episode. Love the music. Hey, Charlie's listening, but I should probably watch my damn stinking mouth. May 9th, 1998. Listen to this, guys. I played the first Resident Evil, I played the second one for the first time when I was 11. May 9th, 1998 is my 11th birthday. This game came out in 96, so this is, takes place in the future, obviously, but that's my 11th birthday. And on my 11th birthday, my mom and dad got me my first Game Boy, along with, I think it was Donkey Kong Country 3, which is a yellow card, which is so cool. And I got Pokemon and Zelda Link's Awakening. I played the shit out of those games. Anyways, I got that Game Boy, and I remember I had an issue of Tips and Tricks, and they were working on Resident Evil for the original, like, black and white Game Boy. They wanted to do the original Resident Evil on the original Game Boy, which is so crazy. So anyways, that's my 11th birthday. At night, we played poker with Scott, the guard, Elias and Steve, the researcher. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. I think those monsters show up at the very end. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He's wearing a protection suit that looks like a spacesuit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder these researchers never rest, even at night. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back, and the doctor told me I do not need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying, and I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the doc's bin. They have been quiet since morning, which is very unusual. I found that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups find out. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go to see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leaves the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? I heard a researcher who tried to escape from this mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me? Fever gone, but itchy, hungry, and eat doggy food. Itchy. Scott came, ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. Itchy. Tasty. Probably one of the most famous files from Resident Evil. Yeah. Some spooky shit, man. He's got skin rotting off his arm. He ain't feeding the dogs. Scott's my uncle's name, so he killed my Uncle Scott because his face is stupid. Can't believe it. I don't even get an ass on my face. I think there's ammo on Cannon, so I want to kill that zombie. I'm also going to want that. I don't know if I want to get. Let's go get. Can I grab it now? Should we? Yeah, let's go. We have to turn back and drop some stuff off. See, we were playing as Chris, we'd only have 6 slots. So there's a lot more backtracking with Chris. Plus, if I play 0 after the remake, yeah, anyways, you guys, I'll do what I'll do. Where did that zombie go? I just ran over there so stupidly. Yes, that's good. Now we are in business, friends. Oh, I'm an idiot. That zombie is only there if you play as Chris. The zombie went into the room and got. Wow, great memory. Sure, I've been using a lot of those green herbs. You know what I mean? Hey! Hey! Oh, I guess I need this to go to the cabin. Thank you. Yeah, we should drop some stuff off and then we'll see. I don't know if my key will unlock the Moonlight Sonata or not, but we'll always give her a shot. Oh yeah, I was supposed to grab that shotgun ammo out of there, wasn't I? So we should probably dump that off. Grab that shotgun stuff. Then we're gonna do a save. What time is it? I guess I'm supposed to end this soon, huh? Now I'm having Oh, anyways, the reason I wanted to call this the Resident Chicken podcast, or the Resident Chicken Zero podcast, whatever, is because I might play other games other than Resident Evil. The main focus is the Resident Evil series. It's like my favorite video game series. But I might switch it up with something random here and there, you know? Because I have all the Devil May Cries. The original Devil May Cry was, I think, originally going to be Resident Evil 4, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind looking for a version of Resident Evil 1.5. There was a... So when they started working on Resident Evil 2, they immediately started doing Resident Evil 2, and it looked a lot like this. It was the same kind of build, same graphics and everything. And you played Resident Evil 2, it looks drastically better and different because they scrapped Resident Evil 1.5. Resident Evil 1.5 didn't even have Claire Redfield. They had a character named Eliza Walker, which she's a motorcyclist or some shit. Her motorcycle uniform, she's like a motocross racer or something. Her uniform is an unlockable uniform for Claire in the Resident Evil 2 remake. That's where that comes from. That came from Resident Evil 1.5, which is very cool. Argue that we don't need that. We're nearing the end of the first episode of the Resident Chicken Zero podcast. I am a chicken. I'm the resident of this podcast. Charlie's a little chicken. He's a resident too. We like Resident Evil. This is he's making chicken noises. God, I love you. Anyways. Oh, I need the sheet music. Okay. So by now you would have stop, Charlie. By now, are you mocking? I would have ran into, as Chris, you would have ran into Rebecca Chambers. So when you get to this part, Rebecca Chambers is the one that knows how to play piano, but she can't play as well. Jill just automatically knows. This is Moonlight Sonata for you. Very moody stuff. Good job, Jill. What's the matter? This is going to give us another key in the dining room. You want juice? Where is it? Go get it. Where is it? What'd you do with it? What'd you do with your juice? Did you put it in there? Here, we'll find it here in a minute. So the atmosphere of this game, the way the zombies look and stuff, are reminiscent of more. I mean, obviously George Romero's a huge influence on this game, but Dawn of the Dead is called Zombie in other countries, and I feel like the zombies are like all crusted and clayed over in this. They're very similar to like Lucio Fulci's Zombie 2 or Burial Ground, Fleshy. What is it? Is it Flesh Eaters? There's a couple really cool like zombie movies. Zombie 2 is one of my all-time favorite movies. Period. It's called Zombie 2 because it's the sequel to Dawn of the Dead in Italy. And then that has a whole series of Zombie 3, Zombie 4, Zombie 5, The Killing Birds, all that shit. So this kind of reminds me of Italian horror. A movie that has similar noises and atmosphere for me is it's a very disturbing movie if you're gonna look into it, but it's a movie called Anthropophagus, which a lot of people don't like that movie because it's fucking intense and disgusting. But Anthropophagus is a slasher movie about a group of people who get stuck on an island. They crash on an island or something, and this island, this dude has eaten everybody on the island, and him and his family were lost at sea, and he got really sunburned and ended up eating his wife and kid. He just came back to his island and just munched on everyone. And yeah, it's some scary stuff. He does some pretty cool things in that movie. Some people would be mad at me for bringing that film up. Another movie that pisses people off is a little number known as Cannibal Holocaust. Not a very popular movie. The worst movie I've ever sat through and kind of regret it is it's very popular amongst some people for some awful fucking reason. But I like when I mention Cannibal Holocaust and you get pissed off, I get pissed off when people mention the movie Say Low. That movie's so disgusting, man. I don't know. Let's not go down that path though. This reminds me of a lot of Italian horror mixed with Japanese horror. There's really good Japanese zombie movies, like Junk. Junk's probably the better just standard zombie movie, but I really like Versus, which is more action-y. I'm gonna go on a little bit longer, just because this is the first episode. But yeah, Junk is really cool. Versus Wild Zero's fucking amazing. Wild Zero's like so loud. You type so loud, Junk. Wild Zero came out in 2003, I think. It's like a psychobilly band called Guitar Wolf. they become blood brothers with this kid, and he ends up getting stuck in a town full of zombies that are made into zombies from aliens that are invading or some crazy shit. And when he becomes blood brothers with Guitar Wolf, they give him a whistle and they tell him to blow on the whistle if he's ever in danger. And so the kid ends up falling in love with this girl. It's a Japanese zombie movie that's filmed in Thailand, I believe. So the zombies are all Thai. And I think this girl is either. I think she's Thai. But she might not be a girl. It's really good stuff. Good movie, weird, crazy. Yeah, it's a solid movie. This is the way I'm gonna go. Another good Asian zombie movie came from China. Bio Zombie, which came out in 1998. It's so good, man. And there's kind of a Resident Evil. What's the game that they're playing in that movie? House of the Dead. They're playing House of the Dead at one point. There's kind of like a video game deal. The best Asian zombie movie for me has nothing to do with Resident Evil. Is Korea's Train to Busan. Holy shit, man! I heard they're doing a sequel to Train to Busan, but I don't know if that can ever be topped for that. Train to Busan was everything that I feel like. Was everything that World War Z wanted to be. I feel like they had a good, like, anyways, read the book World War Z was written by Max Brooks. Mel Brooks' son wrote World War Z, which is crazy. The book that movie came from was like reporters going around getting everybody's zombie story. So it's like multiple zombie stories throughout. And I think it was supposed to be more of a nod to George Romero. It's really cool. Like there's like a story where they talk about how like this one family went up north because the zombies they freeze up there, right? But then springtime came and nobody was prepared for the zombies to thaw out. Or a bunch of people thought like, oh, I'll go to an island, to get away from the zombies. It's like shit that before the zombie movie was done to death. Like back in the 90s, there wasn't a lot of decent zombie movies, so you would talk about like, well, I'd just go to like I work at a gas station, so I would just go to the gas station and board up the windows and stuff. Like, for me, World War Z really did a good job of kind of like, well, okay, oh, so you have the ability to go to an island. Well, guess what? Fuck you. That's not gonna work. Really cool book, man. I love World War Z. And he also wrote the Zombie Survival Guide, which is a really popular, silly book that came out shortly before World War Z. I had the hardcover to World War Z. Good stuff, man. Anyways, Train to Busan was like what World War Z wanted to be. I'm not a fan of that movie, really. It's not bad. It was fun to watch, but it was also kind of disappointing at the same time. Is there a zombie in here? There's a lighter. probably call it a night. We'll do this one later. I think it's a B room. So I don't know. I guess the main focus of this podcast would be to talk about Resident Evil, but I think the reason I'm so drawn to the series of Resident Evil is I'm definitely a movie guy. I like video games. I'm definitely more of a movie guy than I am a video game guy. So this is like a movie. This is like a movie for me when I was a kid, and it was the first game I played that made me feel like I was controlling the movie. Obviously, it looks dated and what, baby? You need juice? Okay. Let Daddy finish his stream. I'll be right there, okay? Charlie needs his juice, guys. So let's save it and call it a night. Yeah, that zombie at the beginning has had me in the yellow this whole time. I can't believe that guy. Put it down. Did you just get that up there? Good job, Charlie. Ah. You being a zombie?
Cheers.
I should only do these when Charlie's here.
Can just oh the
So this is the only PS1 Resident Evil I own, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind owning the originals, but I'm kind of, I mean, I have them on the GameCube and I have digital copies of them now, but classic game, my friends. I'm glad I got this. Of course, it's, you know, the greatest hits. This is frowned on with some collectors, but I don't give a shit. And then I got Deadly Silence, which is, man, I always wanted a Game Boy Resident Evil, so this was perfect. I used to play this all the time. So yeah, we'll continue on. I don't know, next week sometime probably. Come say bye to everybody, Charlie.
bye.
Come here.
Bye.
All right, this has been the Resident Chicken Zero podcast. I don't know if I want the zero in there. That's what the original title was, but whatever. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.